Check 1, 2. Check. I don't know if you guys can hear us.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear us?
I can't see you.
Well, yeah, I'm not in it. Huh.
It says we're live.
Okay, we might be live. Hello, everyone. We're very delayed. Yes,
We're having an
you're right, in Jordan.
No, we're having an unidentified, brandless.
You know what? That's
chicken place.
Wingstop. Yes, you guys are right. Let me adjust the camera.
But yeah, we've been working on the house all day, and you know, I shouldn't shove food in my mouth mid-sentence.
Bradshaw's Studio super chatted $1. Thank you.
You covered $1 for our Wingstop.
You're helping paying for a meal right now. Yeah, so we were working on the house all day today. We actually poured a concrete countertop, which was kind of interesting.
So we were very hungry.
So we were now hungry, and we wanted to stream earlier. We were actually going to build Hogwarts, or Paul was going to build Hogwarts, and I was going to do something, and then that didn't happen. So now this is it. For now, we're going to eat, and then we'll probably part something out. We were going to eat before the stream, and just didn't happen. So sorry.
Yeah. Hello, Ben.
Hello, Ben. Hello, Brickslayer. Hello, David. Hello, Sick Nick. Hello, Bradshaw's Studio. I think I said David. Nin Jordan. Hello, Toby. What's up? How you doing? We're doing well. I kind of just had a conversation with myself there. You said what's up. I said what's up. Then I said we're doing. How you doing? And then I said we're doing well. Hello, Cynthia. Welcome to the stream.
I gotta post this in Discord real quick
so people can watch us eat.
Yeah, so people can watch.
Yeah. So Brickslayer, we're gonna take one step further. Usually you eat on stream, but we're just gonna stream eating.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know why. Yeah. We're just we're gonna see how many people watch us eat.
We're joining the Mukbang community.
Yeah, Alex says eating on YouTube is a big business. Just get some ASMR mics. That's true. We could like hold a mic. I don't know. To me, that's weird. Like I know a lot of people like it, but I don't know.
No.
To me, it's weird.
You can always be like Nikado Avocado. Do you know who that is?
Mm-mm.
Crazy YouTube eater who consumes like, I don't know, 10, 20,000 calories a day.
Oh, I've seen
Just a Brick in the Bucket. That's the name of our channel.
Yeah. No. There's this guy. I don't remember his name. Shoot.
Describe.
Asian. He eats a ton. Like speed eats or something.
That's probably what I'm talking about.
Why do I not remember his name? Does anyone know who I'm talking about? All I can think is Asian. He always wears a bandana around his head. He's the one that I showed you the fire noodle challenge initially, where he ate like 20 packets of this.
That was a long time ago.
I know. Then Jordan is gonna get wings, lemon pepper, and hot. It's a good choice there. Matt Stoney, that's it. Alex got it. Matt Stoney. Yeah, I love Matt Stoney. He is so much fun to watch. There's another guy too who's got a beard, and he's based. I think he's in the UK or he's in Europe or something. But he has a beard, and he does the same thing. He eats a ton. Very interesting. He'll do like the entire menu challenge and stuff, where he'll eat the whole thing on.
Those people's digestive tracts are quite impressive.
Yeah, it's insane. Sick Nick asked what flavor are the wings. I got the Louisiana rub.
Paul I got the normal barbecue ones.
Barbecue. Sick Nick says I really like the mango habanero. I don't think I've ever tried that one. Yeah,
it's pretty good.
The Louisiana rub is really good. I love this one. Ben asks, how's the store going? So far this month, pretty well, actually.
We've gotten a lot done in the last, 3 days.
Yeah, so this is going to be a good month. I think it's going to be a good year as long as we continue with what we're doing. Sales are up this month from not only this month last year, but also from last month, which is good. So
we also, the problem might be that we have a ton of backlog right now, but this is all from Black Friday and Christmas. So who knows what things are going to be like, further in the year, because there's still not a ton of supply. I mean, things should start, opening back up, but we'll see. Hopefully we don't get through all this backlog before then.
Yeah, I mean, we have the used too, so that's obviously that's a big thing we're going towards is starting. I can't talk and eat. Starting new use or starting with the used pieces, and once we get that, I think at that point, I think you can kind of set yourself up to almost have like a consistent, steady stream of parts to always. That was a loud crunch.
I think that was a bone.
Yeah. Yeah, you can have a lot of parts to kind of consistently part out, or I guess not. Is that parting out if it's used, or are you just sorting at that point?
I think it's sorting.
I think it's just sorting, yeah, and cataloging. Brickslayer says, "Where's the third guy? He get offed." No, Kyle is still here. He's just not here currently.
Yeah. We didn't really tell him.
Yeah, actually, Kyle doesn't know about us. So Paul and I live together, which is makes it easy to do things together. Kyle doesn't live with us, so that didn't quite happen.
Yeah, when the spontaneous things happen, he sometimes gets left out.
Yeah. Ben says, I have 0 new backlog, but a bunch of used. No Lego sales really here. I haven't seen Walmart clearance like I was hoping. And it must be in Southern California, because I know some people still got it at the end of, the end of the holidays, but there was nothing here again. I didn't go on any crazy journeys or anything.
One of these days,
but the few Walmarts here didn't have anything.
We really should go on like an actual overnight road trip and just try and hit everything in Southern California. You know what would be really cool, because I just want an excuse to not be at home. Just try and hit every Walmart along PCH.
Oh, there's probably no Walmarts on PCH.
Well, like around that area, just go all the way from San Diego to
the whole West Coast.
Yeah, the whole West Coast.
Every single Walmart. Oh, you guys are chatting too much. I can't figure out what's going on. Brickslayer says, I started listing used last night with Brickstore. Is super slick. Yeah, I'm actually excited to use the Brickstore. I guess like a new version of Brickstock.
I feel like I'm out of the loop.
No, it's the same. It's the thing Chris showed us. Yes. Yeah. Because I mean, just the pictures alone showing up as opposed to having to click through each thing and like see the picture. I mean, that'll be good. I'm super excited that that's like a thing now, and that they're supporting it again. You know off the top of your head how far apart the studs are for your Acro Mills wall directly behind you? Oh, the studs. I was thinking Lego studs. For this temporary wall, it's probably 18 inches. No, it's not. I don't know. I would say for the vertical studs, it shouldn't matter. It should be whatever you feel comfortable with. I would say do it on like 16 on center might be overkill. Maybe like 18 or 24 even. You could probably get away with 2 feet in between. If you're talking about the vertical slats, they're separated from the top of one. So like the top of this one to the top of this one is the height of one drawer. So however tall the Acro Mills drawers are, if that helps at all. But in terms of studs, I mean, in all honesty, you could have one stud like 6 feet apart. And as long as this is sturdy on those studs, if they're attached to something, you don't have to worry about weight. It's not gonna fall down or anything. But no, I don't know off the top of my head what that is.
Yeah, Cynthia agrees. No clearance around here.
Interesting. Where are you, Cynthia?
California.
Yeah, Alex says Lego Dimensions and some of the second Hidden Side wave sets from Marshalls. The only place I've checked has been, well, I guess I've seen Target, or seen the lack of sales at Target and Walmart. I don't think I've checked anywhere. I haven't checked Kohl's. I was just at Kohl's actually the other day returning something I should have checked.
Have we checked Amazon at all recently? I mean, not that they usually have deals,
Amazon, but I haven't really looked, but Cynthia's south of San Jose. So it might just be a Southern California type thing. Like, I don't know. People aren't.
Was the Mexico factory still closed?
I don't know. But that would be whole North America, I think. Although I don't know. It's probably because like too many people here. I don't know. I guess we just don't have an abundance of. I have no clue.
But I mean, this is the perfect time to get into used then. So.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it's a great thing. BrickSlayer says my Walmarts have clearance on the few sets left on the shelves, but not too much. Alex says TJ Maxx has Lego Dimensions. We haven't really checked any other stores that aren't. Although I found a Kmart on Harbor, and it's right before you get to that Home Depot over in Costa Mesa. There's a Kmart. I didn't even know. I thought all Kmart's closed and stuff. Like, not that they'll have anything, but maybe there's a chance.
Man, the Kmart was the blue light bulb, right, or something like that. That was their logo, right?
Blue light bulb? Was that Sears? Blue light bulb. No. Kmart is a red K.
Sears still exists, just not many of them. I think, or maybe they're privately owned now, like Blockbuster.
I don't know.
Although there aren't any Blockbusters now.
The same with Toys R Us too.
Well, the last Blockbuster finally closed.
Oh, the one
in Australia or whatever.
Oh, I thought it was in Oregon.
I thought that closed a while ago.
Oh, maybe. No, here, let me look. Kmart.
Hello, Raphael.
Welcome to the stream. We're currently eating, and then we're going to part out a small set, and that'll be it for the day. BrickSlayer says check Marshalls at the end of the month. That's when they clearance their toys. Oh, Cynthia says blue light specials are Kmart. Okay. Interesting. I didn't know that. Just Bricks says just left Walmart and they had 3 sets marked as clearance, but only one was in stock. The one in stock was a 2.4 part out. That's unfortunate. Even at clearance. What set was that? I gotta eat some chicken. I haven't eaten any chicken.
Shove it in your mouth. Lego Dimensions is just that seems to be, that must not sell well for Lego.
Those are the ones in the packs. They're not like a box, right? They're like the.
Oh, I was confusing it with Hidden Side.
Oh, Hidden Side doesn't. I mean, okay.
Because Hidden Side is just on every shelf, so either it sells incredibly well or not at all. Neighbors back with their car.
Mm-hmm. Oh, classic set with the light brick. Yeah. The only classic sets that I've ever seen, in my opinion, or that I've looked at price-wise, that parts out for a fair value, are the 1,500 piece sets. I haven't seen any other sets that part out well that aren't, or that are classic. I don't think.
Toby Dudenhofer asks, do you guys only ever do 3 times part out? I keep running into the problem of not being able to find anything better than 2.65 to 2.7. Is it stupid to buy at that part out value? Really, no. 2.6 or 2.7 is probably okay. We occasionally go below. If we're buying a set that has a lot of lot diversity that we don't have, we'll go lower. And sometimes with really big sets. But 3 is just our goal.
Yeah, something else you have to think about is doing the research in terms of the pieces that are in that set. If you're going to buy a set that has 4 times part out value, but you look at the parts in that set and it's never going to sell, then it'd be better to buy something that only has a 2.5 times part out value, but you know that it has a ton of dark bluish gray bricks or something in it that are going to sell. Mm-hmm. So you probably want to end up going with that. Even if the profit's lower, you're moving your inventory quicker, so it's worth it.
Yeah, because you're not looking at the amount of profit per piece. You're looking at the amount of profit per month, if that makes sense. Yeah, if that makes any sense. You want to maximize your profit over time. So the faster that you sell things at a profit, within reason. Obviously, if you're only making a cent of profit, then you've got a problem. But if you're making a little bit less profit per sale, but are having way more sales, that still is totally worth it.
Yeah, I agree. 50 caliber bricks says sometimes in my area the best part out is 2 times. You just have to do what you have to do. That's true. I guess the truth is depending how much money you're trying to make and stuff and how long it takes you to part out. And if you look at this as a hobby that helps to pay Lego or for like your Lego hobby or just give you a little bit of money, or if you're trying to do this as
hair.
Is it your hair?
No, it's white.
Nice.
Either I must be aging real fast.
Like if you're looking to do this as a business and stuff, usually you need that, or you don't need it, but that 3 times is more what you're looking for.
There's another hair.
For real?
Yeah.
Paul got hair in his food. If you're a business, you need a higher profit margin because your costs in theory are higher when you're paying for insurance and business like fees, or not fees, but what's that called? The business license things you pay for. I don't remember what those are. But
your minimum annual expenses.
Well, yeah, there's all, yeah. I mean, and then taxes, and it just depends what you're looking for. You can do it at 2 times and make money. And, you know, if you're just purchasing other sets, that's great and stuff.
Look at how sales work. If you're buying at a lower, if you're buying at like a 2.5, you basically have to think of it that you're putting your parts on sale, except you don't have the incentive of being able to say you're on sale. But it's essentially the same math, right? You're just taking a percentage off of your total profit. So if you're still making a profit, you know, then it's fine. There was a question that I saw that Toby asks again. So how can you tell what's going to sell? Just by paying attention to what is in each order?
Yeah, partially that. Over time, you'll start to realize what sells and stuff. But in addition to that, if you go into the actual like inventory of the set on BrickLink and you click through it and you look what's in there, you can just go do this and kind of study stuff. Like you can just click on a piece and you go to that price guide section. Let's say it's a 2x2 dark bluish gray brick. And that's what you pull up on BrickLink. You can actually click the price guide section, and then you can see how many times it's sold in the past 6 months and all that kind of stuff. And if you're comparing 2 sets and you see that this one clearly has a lot of pieces that do sell and have sold in the past 6 months, and this set doesn't have a ton of pieces, or that it sells, but it's way lower numbers, then you can kind of look at it and figure out, okay, this set might sell a little bit better just because the pieces sell quicker. Obviously, in your store, like a lot of factors play into that in terms of like, do you have enough lots in your store that you're attracting enough people that are coming there and then they're saying, oh, yeah, I want this and this and this and this? Or do you not have enough lots and people aren't clicking on your store because they don't want just that single piece, they want more pieces. So there's a lot of things that like factor into all that, which is why it's hard to, I guess, give straight answers when people are always like, does it matter if I have more pieces or more lots? Or what set should I buy? It's like, oh, it's so hard to just give a straight answer for that.
Everybody has so many opinions on everything. What was it? Oh, yes. Somebody was saying, it might have been you, Just Bricks, but I'm not confident on that. Somebody had said that they never mark down their lots that don't sell. They just wait for someone to buy them. But it was a bigger store that had said that.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, so there's different opinions on everything. And obviously, if you're still in business, then what you're doing is working. So, yeah. Hello, NetBricks, and hello, CT555. Please tell Evan to watch Clone Wars. I've been trying for forever. That's the name of a clone trooper, Fives.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew that, actually, yeah. Our chicken stuck in my teeth.
We are eating Wingstop. And no problem, Toby. It's always great to, like you said, an awesome community. Part of the thing that I really love about this business is even though we are technically competitors, it doesn't really feel like it. There's a big enough market that we can all share and get along and like genuinely be friends with the people that are directly competing with us, which is something that you don't really like get in a lot of business spheres.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think that this is one of the best places where you can learn how to run a business because nobody is trying to like actively destroy you or anything like that. Everybody's there to help.
Yeah. There's a lot of people out there that are just like, oh yeah, you just do it this way. Or like, oh, come learn and I'll help you. Or like whatever it is. Like, it's very nice. So I didn't know the community was this nice when I started. And this open to like helping everyone and stuff. So yeah.
Wingstop is great. Haven't had that since I left California. Is Wingstop a California only No, actually, I saw it in Arizona.
It might be like Western area. Goatleg.com. I've heard of Goatleg. There's two things, Goatleg and Figure It Out. I think they're very similar. I haven't actually used Goatleg. I've used Figure It Out a little bit. But yeah, they're the same idea, I believe, and you can use them to help identify minifigs and stuff. Yeah, Goatleg. It's been actually. I feel like no, I did look at it. I think I didn't use it though. I haven't actually had a moment where I used it. But like even that, the fact that there are so many free programs for us to use, and for every BrickStock or what's now called BrickStore in the newer version of it, Figure It Out. What was it? Goatleg. What else?
And the stuff that does cost money is like just enough that it's like they're asking a very fair price. Like all the various BrickSync, BrickFreedom, all that stuff.
Oh, right.
They're asking a very friendly price. Like for a lot of enterprise softwares in other industries, you're looking at thousands, tens of thousands of dollars for a piece of software. But like for this, it's either commission, which is nothing if you don't make anything, or like basically nothing every month. And I think that that's really great because it helps get people into business. And I think that anybody opening a business, that's always a good thing, because even if you fail, you're going to learn something.
Yeah. Alex says, I live in Texas. We have tons of Wingstop.
Okay.
So Texas has it too. Didn't Marcus's dad own it in Texas? Or did he own it here? Or he own it?
I don't think Marcus is from Texas.
No. I don't know. I have no clue.
I'm pretty sure they're from around here. Yeah.
Actually, I know they are. Yeah.
But his dad did own a Wingstop at some point.
Yeah.
Why did his dad have to switch to the restaurant he owns now? Like, I would so much rather know somebody who owns a Wingstop.
Yeah. Richard asks, how many hours a week do you typically spend parting out, fulfilling orders, etc.?
Super variable.
Yeah. Again, this is one of those questions where it's so hard to give you an answer.
We always try to have a set schedule, and then it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
We're both very chaotic people in the way that we run our lives. And
that's an accurate way to put it.
Or spontaneous might be.
Like
we'll
chaotic.
we'll just decide, hey, you know what, today we're pouring a countertop. Or even better, hey, today we're just gonna start renovating a house. Is kind of what happened a couple months ago, and we're still renovating a house.
Yeah.
And that's a little bit how this store started as well. I think Evan was probably one day just like, I'm gonna sell Legos. Am I far off the mark?
No. I think when I did it like almost 6 years ago or whatever, it was very much like I kind of researched a little, but I was like, oh, this sounds fun, let's do it. And then January came, like this year, 2020, after a couple of years on and off, and then it was like, I have the space, I'm going to do it again. And then it was like, you know what? I'm going to go spend like $2,000 on clearance at Walmart. That was on a whim. And then it's like, oh, and we'll see how big it goes. And it got big, obviously, or much bigger.
Yeah. And so as far as it goes to hours in the stores, it's really just we wake up and we're like, I'm going to part out today. Probably not a very good way to run a business, but it works more or less.
Yeah. Orders get packed every day, pretty much regardless. There's always someone to come in the store, do the orders. If we get 2 orders, we might be in here for, well, it really depends on the size of the order.
30
could be 30 minutes to an hour, I guess. We spent the other day, we were only in here for maybe like 3 or 4 hours that afternoon.
When we were parting out.
And we parted out like 3 or 4 little sets. Something else is, because there's multiple of us, we get a lot more done.
Way behind on chat, by the way.
Yeah, I know, there's a little arrow. But something else is, we're like, we get a lot done, together. Or like if all 3 of us are here, a lot can get done very quickly. You just have to keep in mind though that there were 3 of us, so you almost need to triple that when you think about like how much time was actually spent.
Yeah.
Because we might say, oh, we only spent like 4 hours yesterday, but there were 3 of us here. So kind of in a way we spent 12 hours. But yeah, there's no, I wouldn't say there's like a single number. I'd say on average, or what we were trying to do, and we did for probably the month of October, maybe September, October, and a little bit of November, was minimum 24 hours a week. That was someone was in here for 4 hours every single day. So we each had 2 days we were scheduled, and then we could come in if we wanted to, like additional. But I think coming in the next few weeks is going to increase to more of a full-time type idea, and we're going to really get into used and stuff.
We're both now trying to do this as a job, I think. Especially, you know, we're now living together. We know what, you know, rent is. We have so much more like financial knowledge, I guess. You know, we're both paying rent. So I think now this has gone a lot. I mean, it was always something that we took seriously, but now we're kind of looking at it more as, you know, we have bills and stuff. So I think we're going to be spending a lot more time in here and trying to grow it a lot more.
Yeah.
Richard says, thanks for the info. No problem. We're always happy to help.
Yeah, just Buffalo Wild Wings near Ben, or just Bricks.
I've never had them.
I don't think.
There
are a couple around
just
here.
Wings.
Just Wings, that's right. Or it's just Wings. I think it's I don't know if I've ever had Buffalo Wild Wings either.
I'll have to
Nationwide, they have it in Southern Florida. Okay.
Maybe every once in a while we should do one of these streams where we just try a different wing place.
Yeah, like monthly, it's just wings. I mean, we have 36 people watching right now.
Yeah, this is true.
That's amazing that we're not. We haven't even got to the Lego part yet, and people are still watching. What was like? Never mind. Go ahead.
Wings have. I used to hate barbecue sauce. It was one of those flavors where like just the odor would make me no longer want to eat. For some reason, Wingstop, the only place that I like barbecue sauce
is on Wingstop Wings.
Is on Wingstop Wings, and then also from the Just Wings place. So I bet you that there's a different type of barbecue sauce that is used on wings. I mean, obviously it's like a house thing that they make, but like it must be like a whole different type, because I still don't like out of the container barbecue sauce.
It's got a lot of chat real quick. Blake just says I spilled a container of small connector pieces. That's not fun. Then you got to recount and pick them all up. It's pain. No Wingstop in Washington. Just got our first Chick-fil-A. Nice.
What is it that just got their first In-N-Out and the line was like 12 hours long?
I have no clue.
Although the line is like 12 hours long here, so.
For In-N-Out, yeah. Sick Nick says about to build a police station. I imagine you're talking about the modular. Arrived today. That is awesome.
We've got a ton of modulars over here. Just
we actually got
range.
Sick Nick says Wingstop is better in my opinion. I assume you're talking than
Buffalo
Wild Wings. We'd have to compare them, I guess.
Yeah. Builder Bud says, any concerns about starting a business with your friends? I always heard that you shouldn't live with your best friends, and I did that in college, and it did not go well. Well, see, the thing is, Evan and I hate each other, so I don't really know if friends are like the correct term. And you know that is actually a very true thing for a lot of friends. The thing is, though, Evan and I have been friends for 2 decades now.
Yeah, that's insane. Actually,
I think our friendship, we've had times where we literally just haven't talked to each other for a couple of years. Not because we were angry with each other, but just because we had other friends at the time. And so, you know, it's kind of, not to sound weird, but it's more like brothers, I guess, would be kind of accurate. So I think that it's fine.
I do think you need to be careful. I think the benefit to starting this is for the most part, I think we very much know how each other works.
Yeah.
And we have different skill sets, 100%, and very different ways of doing things and things we like to do. So while Paul would prefer to
be lazy and eat chips or fries.
Like the other day you said with this is a while ago, we were doing the new Lego that we were sorting out. Paul likes actually sorting it versus parting out, where he liked it's a brick, you put it in the brick pile, like sorting used parts, I guess. So, and I'm not a huge fan of that, but the cataloging is going to be, better for that. So you have to think, I think, in terms of skill sets. Also, there needs to be communication for sure. Like
100%.
There's definitely, for a while, and it stopped, we'd have a meeting every
2 weeks.
Every other Saturday, I think we were having a meeting, just to make sure we were all on the same page and stuff. So
yeah,
absolutely, it could be bad, but
and I would say, as far as starting a business with your friends, obviously we didn't follow this rule, but I would say if you're going to start a business with friends that you don't know incredibly well, you should invest equal amounts of money. We are pretty slanted in terms of the amount of money that we've invested here. Not like super slanted. We've both put in, a decent amount, but another thing is Evan knows that I'm not gonna just disappear, and vice versa, because we've known each other for so long, and he knows where I live, down the hall. So that's kind of a thing. But I guess just you should be careful. The one thing that I would say you should never do with a friend is take out a large loan. That's probably the only thing. Like if there's a difference between borrowing like $200, $300, and borrowing like $10,000, and that's where I would kind of probably draw the line. At least in our 20s.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's also like a ton of people who, have crazy successful businesses that have, are best friends and stuff. So I think it depends, but I'd say probably in the majority.
Mm.
Well, why wouldn't, but
Evan and I have always been entrepreneurs, like our entire friendship.
Yeah.
We ran a restaurant. We had like one day where we ran a restaurant for friends and family.
Yeah.
And like we brought our teacher, or I brought my teachers.
We like rented. My aunt had a
convention center kind of thing.
Yeah, it wasn't quite a convention center, but it was a community center type thing, and they had a kitchen there, and it had like a big dining room area thing. So yeah, for a couple days we
and that was
actually
like middle school,
twice,
I think.
didn't we?
Yeah,
it was probably middle school. It was $50 or whatever to rent the place because my aunt rented it or
and that
whatever.
was so much money at the time.
I know, and that was like $50. And yeah, we did a little restaurant, and it was like I cooked, Paul was a server and did the drinks and stuff, and it was really fun. But yeah, we've always been kind of like entrepreneur type things. I even remember when we were very, very young, we would do
the shaved ice.
Oh yeah, we had a little shaved ice business that was.
I don't think we made any money. I don't even know if we generated a single sale.
No, there was money made.
Okay.
Yeah, especially when I did it with like the BBs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, there was, but like we would also have the kids down the street would come to like your house in the front yard, and we'd do like this like training, or like I don't know what was it, Jedi training or something. Like we were young, and we like charged for it, but I don't think we ever actually charged for it. We just thought we were making money, or so I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, we've always been like, in a weird way, the like entrepreneur
business people of the
neighborhood. Yeah, I guess so, in a very weird way. Yeah. Welcome to the stream, DNA Bricks. We're currently eating dinner, and then we will be parting out a small set. But we can't do that at the same time.
Yeah. Hey, unless someone wants to put down a deposit right now on some greasy parts.
Yeah, Just Brick says, excuse me, I'd never borrow money with a friend or family member other than my mortgage with my wife one day.
Yeah, but with a wife, you've got a little bit more legal standing.
Yeah, you're tied together that way. Technically, with a business partner, if the business itself is an entity, you know, some sort of LLC or something, the business takes out the loan, you're liable still in an indirect way, but
Well,
you're a little tied together there. So,
you know, another good analogy is people say never date your best friends. And that's also a very apt thing. You should basically just never do anything with your best friend where you would not remain friends afterwards. And that's just a very good rule.
And money can ruin a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, DNA Bricks is David West. Wait. Weren't you here as David West earlier, though? I thought... Oh, David West is DNA Bricks. You just have two different accounts or something? Is that what this is? Yes, okay. Gotcha. Brickslayer says, I'm going to build some paper boats. Catch y'all later. Awesome.
Hey, just coat it in some flex tape and you're good.
True. Builderbud says, really appreciate the honest and thoughtful response. I've wondered that ever since I first started watching the channel many months ago. Wish you guys all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. David says, I was logging my phone as David, but he must be on his computer or something now as DNA Bricks. Just Bricks says, I've seen many partnerships go bad. My boss had a partner and ended badly.
Yeah. They're always seeing, this is something I've noticed is my uncle my uncle is a very strange person. I love him though. He's my favorite relative. But he owns some properties and stuff, and he has another friend, and their friendship reminds me a lot of ours. One of them is named Brooke. That's not my relative. And he is incredibly driven, is willing to work for like 48 hours straight, incredibly organized and not super creative. And then my uncle is very creative, kind of just likes to sit in bed. He's a salesperson, and he has like a couple houses that he just hops around throughout the year. And the reason why they're still such good friends, I think, is because they've learned that each other's flaws are not really flaws. It's just different things that they're good at, right? Evan might sometimes think of me as lazy, but I'm also very creative. And sometimes I might think of Evan as very rigid, but that also means that he's able to work within a system very well, way better than I can, and organize things and lay out a whole plan to get something done when I couldn't do that. So I think the key to a successful partnership is learning to just accept the things that each other need to do and just stay in those, lanes.
Yeah, because one person brings something that the other person doesn't too.
Exactly.
So like, there's definitely one person. There's a phrase for that. Like one person's flaws is or something like that. But yeah, you each bring something different to the business. And here's the thing: you don't want to go find your best friend that you're exactly the same and you guys think exactly the same way. There's no like arguments and stuff. Like we argue a ton, which I think is actually
we
a good
get
thing.
Sometimes really heated.
Yeah, which I think is actually a great thing because it means we're both care about whatever's being said. What was that?
That was a lid. Don't worry about it.
Okay, good. We both really care. So if we're arguing something over BrickLink or whatever it might be, we both clearly care about how it's working and stuff, which is a good thing. As opposed to you always being on the same exact page with this other person, because there's now no person to bounce ideas off of, because that person's not going to bounce anything back. It's going to be the same exact idea. It's going to be like, oh, cool. Like we'll go off and we come up with some stupid stuff, but like,
yeah, we have another side project that I don't think is really relevant to talk about, but in that project, we have a thing at the table because there's other people involved. Or if you start, it's not a codified rule, but if you start saying an idea, you usually have to finish it, because even though it's stupid, it might give someone else an idea. Yeah.
Yeah. We're working on something very creative in that sense. So we keep trying to say there's no such thing as a bad idea, but the truth is your idea may suck and it's the worst idea in the world. But that terrible idea you just said might fire something in someone else's head who comes up with maybe a worse idea, but then this other person once again comes up with something and so we always say, yes, there are bad ideas. There's no such thing as not like there are bad ideas.
There's no
but
such thing as
say
a bad
the bad
seed.
ideas. Right.
Yes.
There's no such thing as a bad beginning to something.
Mhm.
You know, so I don't know. That's something we always say too.
Yeah, Dave Ramsey. My opinion on Dave Ramsey, he has some good advice, but every bit of advice needs to be taken in moderation, and I don't feel like Dave Ramsey does moderation. So that's my opinion on that.
The only ships that sink are partnerships. Interesting. I never heard that.
Parting out our dinner. That is what is going on. Because we still got to do
Parting
the
out our
internet.
dinner.
So who knows if we will?
It is 7 o'clock.
Who knows if we'll actually get to something? But
were you done eating?
No, I'm not done eating. But we're at 40
something out.
viewers. So.
I know. I want to part something out, but if we don't, hello Fidel, welcome to the stream. And Bobo Fett, welcome to the stream. But like, if we touch it, then it gets sticky.
Exactly. So I'm thinking we'll just finish eating. I mean, there's nothing stopping us from doing a stream, another, a bonus stream.
Just keep in mind, whatever you say on stream, we have to follow.
That's why that's why I didn't say a day. Brick Crumbs says, "Hey guys, I'm really jealous. I've been craving Wingstop for a couple weeks now, and just haven't been able to get there yet. We don't go places. We pay exorbitant delivery fees that destroy our budget."
Yeah, I think we'll part out this set.
Okay.
This is the
Thanos set. Those have been here for. Oh no, we did some of those a long time ago.
I think we did the Spider-Man and the Iron Man. Did we do this one? I don't remember.
Yeah, a long time ago. That was back when we had this. The
cabinet. We didn't even have a ceiling or anything.
Yeah. Fidelity. That's still not a complete sentence, Fidel.
He's working on it. On it. He probably can't say it all in one chat. Hello, Lego Joe. Hello, Virgil Williams. Hasbrick says, how much does sales tax affect you on BrickLink? I live in New Zealand, so it's not something that affects me, fortunately. For us, well, one, we're selling more than I'm buying, like way more. So in terms of selling, it doesn't really affect us because BrickLink now handles the sales tax on their side. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to collect sales tax.
New Zealand might be a VAT. Depending on where you live, sales tax, sometimes the business pays it.
Right. We do.
Yes.
But because so many businesses aren't business, or so many BrickLink stores aren't actual businesses, I think that, well, Lego changed the rule or something. So now BrickLink collects sales tax for, at least in California, and one other state, Michigan, Montana, one M state. I think Michigan. But those are the two states that in the U.S. BrickLink collects sales tax for, because I assume people like us, if we're not if we weren't a registered legal business or whatever, people are just not paying sales tax after they collect it from buyers because they're not a business or whatever. So BrickLink now charges it. So for us, it doesn't actually matter. Nothing changed except for the fact that we don't collect it, which makes it easier for us. So sales tax does not affect us on BrickLink. But if I were to purchase from somewhere or from some store in California or whatever, I made a BrickLink purchase, BrickLink would then be charging me sales tax. So maybe that answered your question. Let's see. Fidel says, wondered what size are your boxes? We have the smallest boxes are 4 by 4 by 4 inches. So 4 inches wide, 4 inches deep, 4 inches tall. The second ones we have.
Oh no, I'm out of chicken.
Good. Are 4 inches tall. Or sorry, they're 6 by 6 by 4. They're 6 inches wide, 6 inches deep, 4 inches tall. And we have other ones that are 6 inches wide, 8 inches deep, 6 inches tall, 6 by 8 by 6. And then we have medium flat rate, large flat rate, and then little bubble mailers. That's it.
Do they make an extra large flat rate?
I don't know. They have. Here's the thing with the flat rates. They have the small ones, but they're tiny. They're small, and then medium is almost always too big, and then large is just
not big enough,
huge or not big enough. Like there's no, because base plates for us don't fit in the medium ones. The 32 by 32 base plates. So
what is it we used to do? Oh, we would take 2 mailers and tape them together.
Yeah. Actually, I think it was someone purchased from us 1 base plate and you taped it together because they were wondering how we ship it. And then they got it and they were like, oh yeah, I just did that because I wanted to see how you guys would pack it. But no special way. Yeah, just taped together 2 bubble mouths. Yeah, David said I did every one of the mechs late in summer. Yeah, we did them. I don't know when we did them. We did a few of each of them too, though. I guess we have more of these now. These were Target or Walmart. I don't know where we got them, but yeah, these are good because they have good figs and high piece per dollar, which is good. And yeah, these figs, when they came out, I think they were in summer actually when they came out. So probably July 1st was when they, like the summer date they came out. And Thanos I know was selling for almost as much as the set was when we purchased it.
We had a whole drawer of him, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we have any anymore, which is nice. But yeah, they're good sets. Oh, Fidel typed it all into one. Nice message. Thanks, Fidel. Yeah, Ben says base plates are a pain to ship. Fidel says, speaking about taxes, yesterday I had my first international order and BrickLink collected taxes. It was first for me. Nice. So how many more feedback do you need, Fidel, before you can add additional payment methods? Because I know you're waiting for your, is it 10, I think, or something, before you can add additionals? Just Brick says, I would cut a Lego box to size and tape around it. We don't save our Lego boxes.
We probably should.
Yeah, we should save some of the larger ones.
Because what was it we were just talking about yesterday on stream? Was it not yesterday? Was it yesterday? Were we on stream yesterday?
With Chris? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
We were talking about how buying boxes versus reusing boxes.
Right.
We were saying that it'd be nice to reuse some boxes for larger things.
Yeah.
So maybe
we just need to find a place to store some of those, like fold them up or something. Yeah.
Toby Dudenhofer, once again with good questions. He seems to ask a lot of good questions. Says, do you still get orders that are sub 5 parts? That is all I've been getting lately, and it's frustrating. I thought about adding a minimum purchase, but I don't want to lose sales. We have a minimum purchase of $1. Well, actually, no. We just add a fee.
Yeah, so it's a $2 fee if you don't. I raised it to $2 summer or something. Yeah. So Toby, what we do is we don't have a minimum purchase because for those people that want, a single piece and they're willing to pay extra money for that piece to have it shipped and all that kind of stuff, I don't want to say, no, you can't buy from our store because you don't want other pieces. So what we do is we implemented something where if your subtotal for the pieces that you ordered do not equal $2, then we charge you a fee so that you're spending at least $2 in our store. So in theory, if you're buying from our store and you only have $1 worth of stuff in the cart, you should add another $1 because regardless, you're being charged, even if you don't want the pieces. But we don't lose any small orders, and it's not like we made 10 cents for 2 pieces or something, and then ship it and stuff, and then we end up losing money with the PayPal fees and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, if you have a lot of orders that are like 5 pieces, if they're like under $1 or something, I would say you need to implement something, whether that's a minimum buy so you'll never have orders like that, or it's a fee or something that you charge if they're not enough. Or if your subtotal is not enough, it needs to be worth your time to pick an order. Yeah, definitely. Now, that being said, even at our $2, if it's like that's the only order we have for the day, and it's a $2 order, or it's not a $2 order, it's a 10-cent order, but we have that $2 fee and stuff, it still kind of isn't worth us coming into the store, packing that order, printing a packing slip, and then going to the post office to drop that off. If it's in a mix with 3 or 4 other orders that day, it's no problem. It doesn't matter. We do make money then, but once you are only doing that order, it hurts. It's almost like the same idea with Amazon. Before they were shipping tons of items every single day, or tons of items to the same place every day, they would use carriers like UPS or whatever, or USPS, and it would cost more for them, or it would cost less for them, but they were having other people do the work and stuff. So does that make sense? That's not a good analogy.
It made sense to me.
Okay, if that made sense, they were.
If it makes sense to me, then it makes sense to anyone.
But then, because now they have so many orders, they can, use like their own prime trucks or something, if that kind of makes sense, I think. But yeah, think about a fee or something is what I would do, because we use a fee now because it's not worth doing one order a day and it's like 10 pieces and it's like less than $1. You're losing money at that point, guaranteed. Fidel says 2 more positive feedback. 3 orders have shipped, so hopefully they leave a good review. Nice. We get about, I'd say, actually, I don't know how many. We could figure it out how many. We probably 50% or less of people leave leave feedback on BrickLink.
I gotta say, I used to never leave feedback, and now having operated a store,
Yes.
knowing how much I leave feedback on everything.
Yeah, I actually do too.
Nin, Jordan, Kyle's been working.
Yeah, he's been working a lot, so he hasn't really been in any videos. Janelle asked a good question, or not a question, but says, I was surprised that username minifigure wasn't taken. So I snagged on order 240 in 4 months, thanks to this channel showing the basics of BrickLink. I was doing eBay only before that.
Wow.
I am really surprised that name wasn't taken too. Yeah, interesting. Congratulations, though.
Honestly,
4 months? Wow.
Maybe a smarter decision. Not that, obviously if you like the name, but can you sell a store? Isn't including the login and stuff?
No, you can. BrickLink does not allow you in the terms to sell any of the store.
I was gonna say you could do it like some people on Xbox do, where they buy a really good username and they sell it for like $5,000.
People do that?
Well, all the usernames have been bought up, but yeah.
Oh. Just like domain parking?
Well, there was somebody in high school that would sell them for like $250.
That's nice. I mean, it's not good for, but yeah.
Hello, Kyle.
Kyle, welcome to the stream. How are you today? Or tonight? Because it's 9 p.m. by you. Ben says, totally makes sense. For me, the time to make up the boxes and shape them into the one I need isn't worth it compared to the cost of the new boxes. I do recycle any cardboard I don't use, though.
We recycle as well.
Yeah, that's kind of what I guess my thought is too. If
never mind,
they can't hear that, but I heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not necessarily worth like having to custom shape the box and stuff every single time. I spent this was a while ago, but it was a big order and we didn't have, I don't know if we just didn't have large flat rate or maybe it was too big for that. I spent like a long time. Oh, it wasn't BrickLink related. I was shipping something else, but I spent like probably 40 minutes making this custom box that fit perfectly around it and protected. It was a lens and it was like a $5,000 lens, but like it was like perfect, but I spent forever doing it. And like, that's what I don't want to do. Cause the boxes cost, well, it depends on what size. I think 13 cents or something per box. 13 cents? I don't know, something like that. And I feel like it's just worth spending the 13 cents and just tape the box and be done than trying to make custom boxes. But
Janelle Johnson asks, trying to do Google ads to increase sales. Ever thought of doing similar? The thought is, at least it's crossed my mind. I don't think we've ever talked about it. The issue is paid traffic in general I'm saying this with there's a lot of grains of salt on this, because it really depends on your business. But there's 2 types of traffic. There's paid traffic, which means that you are paying to get traffic, whether that is through ads or bots or anything. It doesn't matter how you're paying for it. And free traffic, which means natural algorithm-driven traffic or marketing-driven traffic. People just find it. And the issue is, through the Google stuff, it first of all, it costs you money. Second of all, the ads, once they disappear, you lose that stream. There's been lots of studies saying that paid traffic usually does not increase in long over time increase in traffic unless you are running a campaign for a very long time to become an established brand. And the issue with a BrickLink store is there really isn't the market to become an established brand because there's just too many competitors. So I wouldn't recommend it unless you plan on starting a website and basically running a business entirely separately.
Right.
But if you're doing it through BrickLink, first of all, when you click and you go to the BrickLink website, it looks a lot better than it used to, but it still doesn't look great.
Yeah.
And that is going to get people to immediately close that window, especially if they've never, ever heard of BrickLink. So.
Yeah, one more thing too with that, and I've thought about it too. I've thought, oh, should we run some sort of online ad or something? And I've never brought it up in a meeting or anything, because the problem is with BrickLink is it's the same idea as sending someone to your eBay store. They might see that you have an item, and they might click on that ad, and they want this 2x4 brick that you have, but then they go to your BrickLink page and they see the other stuff you have. But now they're on BrickLink's website, period, not just yours. If they were on your website alone and they had no other way to get to anywhere else without having to go look for it, then you have their sale if they want to purchase something. BrickLink, if they come to your store and then they see, oh, if they just click BrickLink in top left or whatever, now they're on BrickLink's whole thing. You just paid to have them come to BrickLink and introduce them to BrickLink, which could, result in a sale at your store, or it could result in a sale at, any other thousands of stores.
So
on
you're
BrickLink.
Essentially paying for your competitors' advertising.
Right. That's why I haven't even mentioned it to anyone.
And I mean, we had talked about how friendly as a community this is, and but that goes a little bit far. So. Maybe for Chris, because he sent us all those pieces.
Right.
But for anyone else, sorry, no.
Toby, I love your store name. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
But you could get a little sticky with this if you're making money on it. But I love the name. I have a Dunder Mifflin hat.
Because you're a Lego business. Copyrights and trade names. Depends on how big the business is. If you go into any business with the name Disney, you're just going to get destroyed. But depending on usually, you can keep a name if your business is entirely separate. You can see this with Apple. Apple was a technology company. It still is a technology company. And then there was Apple Records, which was the producers and owners of the Beatles. And Apple Records sued Apple Technologies. And as part of that agreement to keep their name, Apple promised to never, ever get into the music industry. You can see how that turned out.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
That's just kind of shows that, yes, you can. Now, I mean, of course, that was in the United Kingdom, but a lot of copyright law is standardized. So.
Yeah, I mean, if you're making a lot of money, Toby, you probably could run into that problem. I love that Builder Buds points out, of course, a guy named Toby owns the Dunder Mifflin brick store. That's awesome. Yeah, that is awesome.
I've never seen The Office.
I know, it's terrible. The Office is not on Netflix. It's not on Netflix.
Would you make a trade, watch Clone Wars for watching The Office?
Oh, that's 100% worth it. Yeah.
Okay, then we can do that.
You have to buy Peacock now, though.
I can just pirate it. Sorry, I can engage in a totally legal. I don't sponsor piracy. You should go and buy it and support a creator.
Yeah. Z Money, Brick Films just asked, where do you buy your storage shelves? I assume you're talking about all the Acro Mills. That's the brand. Acro Mills drawers. We get them on Amazon.
Can I try a tiny piece?
What?
The Louisiana rub.
You never had it?
No.
Yeah. It's stunning.
Stunning.
It's delicious. Here, let me get you some more of the rub.
Amazon. Sorry for interrupting.
Sorry. Yeah. Amazon is where we get them. I don't know of anywhere that has sold them besides there is this wholesaler that we talked to. For a period of time, I was trying to get a discount if we purchased a ton.
This is incredible.
I know. But it wasn't worth it. They weren't giving us any more of a discount than buying them used on Amazon. So Amazon, that's what it is. All right, Ben, thank you so much for tuning in. 3 a.m. Ouch. Stay safe. Have a good one.
Yeah. Something I've really realized in the last year or something is just how much better it is to buy used. This goes for everything. I just bought a Galaxy S10 for like $350. Almost brand new. Minor scratch on the back. And that was just because it was new. And those go for like $1,000. So, I mean, obviously that's an extreme case, but there's nothing wrong with buying used, because most of the time, even if it says there's a cosmetic imperfection, it usually doesn't matter. Like, it's usually a tiny, tiny little thing.
Yeah. Something else too, and if we want to talk about the environment again, buying used is technically better because in theory they're not having to manufacture a brand new thing then, and it's not like going to a landfill or something or being wasted. So there's that too. But like, you also usually save money. And on Amazon, half of their used stuff is
brand new.
It's brand new, or it's like brand new, and there's a packaging defect or something like that. It's not even always like there's actually a defect. It's just something little with packaging.
My dad just texted me if I bought an S10. Dad, are you watching?
You didn't tell him?
I did, but he just brought it up again. He wanted to know which sub model I got.
Coincidence? Of course you watch. Builderbud says there's like 5 channels with the name Just Bricks. Time to rebrand. I was able to find you using your icon, but it would have been a rough otherwise. Ooh. Interesting. Just Bricks says I had someone place an 80-cent order with the $2 fee and paid $8.95 for priority flat rate shipping. I'm so confused. That's why I love the $2 fee, because you would not have got that person's sale if you had a minimum buy, because clearly they're willing to spend what? $12 plus for one piece or whatever.
Looked into freight lots. I had found one that was 90% Lego, giving a 5-time freight lots. Do you mean like really big lots? Like in an industrial scale?
Looked into freight lots. What is freight lots? Yeah, I don't know what freight lots is. Looked into freight lots. I have found one that was 90% Lego. Yeah, it must be like a pallet. Oh, yeah, like a pallet. Okay, so it's one of the big things. I've looked at those too. I've never found one that was Lego. I've looked at. I haven't seen or heard of freight lots. Is freight lots the brand or like the company that resells the pallets? If so, I haven't heard of them. I've looked at some things though. Never have I found one that's actually Lego. But I've really thought about that. 5 times part out, that's fantastic. And considering it's probably a pallet or half a pallet or something, or almost a pallet, that's probably worth it. Yeah. Z-Money Brick Film says you should make a Lego stop motion as an ad for your store. It's not a bad idea.
I think we've wanted to make a Lego stop motion.
Yeah.
It's just, we start too many projects and then just never finish them. Like I said, we're chaotic. So,
yeah.
We have some other stuff, we kind of want to pretty up the streaming area.
Yeah.
I stole the desks that everything was on, so they're kind of just all on the table, which is why we're not over there right now. So, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna be done eating. We can part out now.
Okay. 7:19. That should be fine. It's my shield.
I don't know what you want me to do with it.
No idea. Toby, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Did you get an answer on that? Oh, you've thought about it. Never mind.
Our food was good. Wingstop never does. Actually, rarely Wingstop disappoints.
Rarely disappoints.
Hey, but when it does disappoint,
there's actually
really
this one guy, and I don't know what his name is. I don't know when he works or what his schedule is, but I get the Louisiana rub. He doesn't put much on. Here's how it goes. It's the guy in the restaurant who, I don't know if he's brand new or what, but he gets the measuring spoon, makes sure it's perfect, sprinkles it on delicately, carefully shakes them. I really like the guy who is like, you ordered 5 wings, I'll grab a handful and put them in the fryer. Pour them in the thing, take a handful of the powder stuff, pour it in, shake it up, pour it in your bag, and you're done. Like, that's the guy I want, because then it tastes good.
Yeah.
But when you get that other guy, the new guy who measures everything out,
well, like
it's just
occasionally,
disappointing.
I will get the wings that are dry.
What?
Like I mean, they're still
like
sauce.
A plain wing?
No, it's sauce, but like the chicken just isn't moist.
Oh,
and
that is an option. Actually, you can get well done chicken.
Bad.
Does anyone order well done chicken?
No longer welcome on our channel.
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of well done anything. Oh, except fries.
I recently
well done
found
French
out that my
fries.
dad
Stunning.
eats well done steak.
Well done steak?
Yeah.
Like actually well done, or just cooked so there's no.
Like actually well done.
Yeah, actually, my mom will order well done eggs. Eggs? Yeah, she doesn't like her eggs running whatsoever.
My Oma, which is German for grandmother. I feel like I have to say that because it's just so built into me to say Oma. But she orders her eggs browned, like scrambled eggs. And then I'm on the way other end. Was it you that used to get mad at me for not cooking my eggs all the way through? Like when we were really little?
No.
Because I like my eggs like a liquid.
Although, was that you? Yeah. You cooked eggs or something. Was it for Boy Scouts? And you didn't cook the eggs all the way, and you got everyone sick or something?
No, but they're
sick something.
They're. Oh yes, that's a whole other story. But I don't think I can manage to make it through without saying names. So I don't know if I should
just come up with some other names.
Okay, so this was like 6 years ago. So you got to give me a second to like remember. Hello. Okay. See, the thing is with the fake names, I always just end up slipping up. So I'll just call him this kid. So I was this was back in Boy Scouts. I was in charge, and
that's scary.
Yeah. There was this kid who we were trying to get to cook because it was his turn. He needed to cook. And he was like, "You really don't want me to do that?" And we were just like, "Stop making excuses. You're going to make breakfast. It's your turn. We've been out here for a couple of days. Everyone else has cooked. You just keep avoiding it." And he's just like, "Man, I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to avoid it. I'm just letting you know you're going to regret it." Okay. And we didn't believe him. We thought he was just being lazy. So we tell him, "Okay, well, we'll have you make something really easy. We'll have you make some omelets, okay?
That's not easy.
They don't need to be all folded. You just need to put the stuff in it. We'll accept scrambled eggs with stuff mixed in, okay?" And so he goes, and he's off cooking. I'm off yelling at some other kid who's not doing their job, okay? And then I go and yell at some other kids because I'm supposed to go. That's why you go into leadership.
To yell at people.
Yeah. So I come back and I get told breakfast is ready, and everybody is trying to conceal a smirk. So I should have known right there and then.
Oh, it was specifically you.
But me. Well, everyone else had already seen it. Yeah. So I was like, I wanted to be a good sport because I was like, how bad could it possibly be? Okay. So I was like, I'll eat it. So he comes over with the pan, right? And I'm sitting there. Sorry, I got it. So I'm sitting there, and he comes over with the pan, and he goes, and just okay, as a perfectly pan shaped, just flat. It looked like a cake, okay, like an egg cake. It just flops. I really hope that they can understand me through my laughter.
Yeah, probably not.
Just the cake of egg just flops onto the
plate.
onto the plate, and like it like jiggles, and like it has this really rubbery texture. I should probably start partying now. And so I'm looking at it, and it's like kind of green, and it's brown, and
colors that it shouldn't be.
Yeah, and I'm just like, you know what, whatever. So I take my fork, right, and I like wedge off a piece, okay, and I put it in my mouth, and all the moisture in my mouth is just pulled out into this piece of egg, right, and like I'm like trying to like swallow it because there's no moisture in my mouth, and I almost died. And after that, nobody ever asked this kid to make food again.
What a great story, Paul.
Yeah. I didn't get sick though. But the same kid, the time that I did get sick, same kid, I should have learned my lesson. Okay.
You let him cook again.
I let him cook again because he needed to get his cooking merit badge. Okay. So we had to make hamburgers, which is a total mistake. And like the entire patrol ate those hamburgers. Okay. And like 10 kids ate those hamburgers, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And this was at a place where there was just porta potties, and the line outside the porta potties just stretched 10 people long for the entire night. And yeah, those they were like red and bloody in the middle and like completely cold, and everybody got sick.
All right, let's see some chat here. I know there was stuff here. Talking about dry chicken. Z Money Brick Film says, "Welcome to a chicken. Welcome to a just
a chicken in a to-go
just
box."
a chicken." Oh, I see.
That took you a while.
I see. I'm a little Anyway, Fidel says, "Just a chicken wing in the bucket." And Just Brick says the wings from Six Flags could be really good, or they could be completely dry and just covered with sauce to hide it. And then Kyle says just a chicken to cluck it. For some reason, that sounds dirty. I don't know.
I was gonna just gloss over that one.
Yeah. DNA Bricks says, I find that I can often sell sets. Oh, just kidding. Never mind. Different conversation. Bagel Lover, welcome to the stream. Currently parting out a small set. This is set 76141, the Thanos neck, little Avengers set. Toby says, do you mind if I copy your shipping prices? Because I did. It's working great for me. Well, what if I do mind? Yeah, no, absolutely. You can do whatever.
Here, while you're at it, you want to just drive to the post office for us?
Yeah, can you just drop parts of it? That was when those shipping prices were created. I went through and I tried to figure out what was the price. Well, not only what was shipping, but like on average, what is the PayPal fee? So in theory, it should be the right amount of money for you to pay for your shipping supplies, pay for your PayPal fee, pay for the physical shipping itself, and then pretty much the bricks even out on average in terms of the money that you make. So I did all the hard work for you. The $394, that's on average what it costs to ship with packing materials with PayPal fee for orders. Not all, it obviously isn't perfect, but so yeah, it should work well for you because yeah. Z Money Brick Film says, when did you start your store? The most recent iteration, if you want to call it, of our store that we started was in January of last year. So we've been doing it for just about a year. Though the store has been open and closed for 5 years on and off, that we're just kind of doing a little bit. What?
We had 3, right? 3 boxes.
Yeah, 3. So yeah. Janelle says, I've been copying Pop's Block Shop pricing strategy. Seems to be a good one. I agree. His is smart because it's not letting that 6-month sales average drop. So I think that's something we'll probably go towards in actually very soon, and we'll probably begin to raise prices, I think, eventually. Because for so many stores, that 6-month sales average is going to go down just because they're selling it at a sale. And like we definitely, have sales and stuff, which technically does hurt BrickLink as a community in a way. But we need to have some sales. No, we don't need to, I guess, but it helps business and stuff and get more customer stuff, obviously. But yeah, we should do. We'll talk about that actually very soon, I think, in terms of copying.
Sorry, I was counting.
That's fine. In terms of copying Pop's Block Shop sales strategy. Kyle says, hooray, food poisoning. Fidel says, this is the first parted out set in the stream. This is the first one we're doing, probably the only one we're doing, actually. And
yeah,
we're pretty close to done.
Out wings.
Yeah, we were getting some wings. We're pretty close to done, though, actually. I'm not going to go through the whole process of scanning. I already did a bag.
Oh, okay.
There were 3 bags total.
Oh, I was storytelling.
You were storytelling, yeah. So this will probably be it for tonight. But this is a kind of a fun stream, actually. I didn't mind it.
Yeah, we should do this again, just not every week.
Right. Then we have to buy dinner every week.
Well, it's kind of, we buy dinner like every day.
Well, because we have no kitchen. But there's a countertop now. It's poured. The cement, if you missed it, we poured a concrete countertop today.
What do you mean if they missed it? We didn't have any photos.
No. I mean, if you weren't here earlier and we mentioned it.
Okay. That's why him less so.
That's why Paul's a disaster. Janelle says same. Copied your shipping minus lowest to encourage larger orders only. Oh, interesting. So you don't have a 394 tier. You just have the 515. Is that what you have? Your first tier for shipping? Actually, part of the USPS just raised their prices, or those prices raise in the next week or something like that, or somewhere very soon. So I
thought they were going back down after the holidays.
They did, and then now they're doing an actual price increase.
Oh, okay.
Like forever or something. Or not forever, but well, yeah, I guess it is forever. And then I'm sure it's not going to go down ever. So
yeah.
So now I actually have to go through and do that math again and figure out.
Yeah, but the PayPal fees and stuff aren't changing. So
that doesn't change, but the shipping. Oh, that's true, I guess.
So you should just be able to adjust
go up because yeah, it's not enough. Yeah, the thing is, I like our $394 because it's under a $4 shipping mark. And I want to go like $399. I could, I guess. It just, to me, seems at that point you're like, it's like I want to charge you $4, but I don't want to charge you $4.
Well, also, like, the thing is, the 99 cents is like so overdone that honestly, I feel like I'm more likely to buy something when I see a random number of cents. I don't know if like
something 99.
Yeah, because the whole theory behind the 99 cents is that you feel like you're getting a good deal because you're not looking at 2 zeros.
Yeah. Is that something that in other countries you guys like see for those of you that aren't in the U.S.? And I know it's late in Europe now, but if you're in Australia or somewhere in the other, Asia or somewhere, are there like not 99? Is it just like it costs $4 for this? Because here it's like nothing is $4. It's $3.99, $3.95, something like that. It's never $4.
Yeah.
Do you have these?
No.
No. Okay. Do you have these?
Nope.
No. Okay. Now you do. Kyle says I intended that to be dirty. Fidel says, what do you think about parting out steel 1997 sets? They sell for less than double what I purchased them for, and they part out for 3 times. When did you buy them? If you just bought them, then yeah, they're not going to sell probably for a while. But I personally, if it's an older set like 97, I would hold on to it. But it really depends what you want to do. Oh, sorry. In terms of investment, though, I would hold on to this. But it's totally up to you. If you're trying to add more lots and stuff to your store, just obviously, I would say part them out. But also, like, in a way, I feel bad parting those out because it's like it's an old enough thing.
From a 1997
97,
release?
yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's why I would like almost hesitate to part those out because I'd be worried that like you want to already pull this up and we'll just upload them right now too.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
only gonna take a couple minutes.
They've been sitting in that box sealed for so long. Right, they're new, right?
Yeah, I think they're sealed. It didn't say, but I assume.
Even though I always say don't save, just part out. Those, you already have something that's quite old. I just wait the extra decade for them to be worth something. Because, you've already done 2 decades of the waiting, so.
Yeah, they're probably going to go up in value, I assume.
What's the part number?
Oh, sorry. 76141.
76141.
Correct. Z-Money Brick Film says, do you watch M&R Productions? I do occasionally. Not super often, but yes. Ryan's channel is pretty good. I watch a lot less Lego specific stuff than I used to.
And then there's me.
But I'm subscribed to Ryan, yes, if that's what you're at. I don't know what you're asking exactly, but yeah. Just Brick says parted some out yesterday as well. He said they didn't sell for him. I think that was him that said that up here. Something like that. Builder Bud says, you guys sell many instructions. I started just throwing them away during part out because they don't sell and they take up space. Yeah, they do take up space. That's a discussion we're having.
Argument.
I wouldn't call it an argument.
I'm pretty passionate about it.
Are you?
I think they should be thrown in the trash.
I think
Yeah.
I think what we're doing right now is terrible in terms of we are selling
Are
all
we
of them
parting
for
out the
1 cent.
minifig or selling them whole?
Oh, let's see if we have him. If we have him, let's part him out. That's good. We do have all of our instructions right now. I'm thinking what we should start doing is instead of throwing them all away or keeping all of them, only keep like 2 copies of each of them, and those 2 copies just sell at the 6-month sales average, not at the stupid 1 cent that we're doing. It's really not worth it. Okay, we do have. So yeah, let's part them out then.
Okay. Well, first should we check the value?
$3.90. Yeah. Or just
wait. Yeah, I can just
the minifig ID
here
on the right. No, the SH613.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so we'll probably start recycling a lot of our instructions. Fidel says I haven't bought them yet, but I can. Or I plan on buying several of them. Part out some, maybe put them on sale and keep 2 of them. Curtis, welcome to the stream. Curtis says, newbie question. I understand the set part out process, but is there a way to quickly inventory bulk used Lego and BrickLink, or just part by part? It's just part by part. What I would say though for you, depending, saying that you were new and everything, the way you should do it is do something similar to this. Not where each element gets its own drawer or container, but each element type. So for example, if you have plates, like 2x4 plates, take all the 2x4 plates you see in your used lot, put them all in the same place, or maybe all your plates, and then all of your bricks, and then maybe your 1x1 bricks or something like that. Put those into little piles and stuff, or in a different cup or whatever it might be, for your used stuff. And then what you can do is, instead of having to go piece by piece, you can now go with your entire
double to part out.
Yeah, part them out. You can then take your entire cup of bricks or whatever, and now you're not trying to filter through bricks and brackets and pins and all these things. You're just looking at your bricks, and you can easily count, oh, I got 10 of these red bricks. I got 4 of these white bricks. I got 6 of these.
Change that to that, right?
To what?
I can just change it from whole to,
Yeah, it should just work. But yeah, you take your thing, and then, but yeah, you still, at the end of the day, have to pretty much go piece by piece, essentially. Explanation kind of makes sense. Sorry if it did not. Yeah, it looks like most people get rid of instructions.
Hold up.
Although DNA Bricks says...
Oh, almost. No. I was hoping that there was going to be every single one.
No, that'd be terrible. No, there's a good few there.
Okay.
Just all the black. We have all these black elements in our inventory pretty much already. And Paul, as he was scrolling, was thinking that every single element...
Can you sort these out?
We didn't. We already had an inventory, which we don't. You want to get dividers?
Sure.
Yeah, Jared says I throw instructions away. Yeah, here.
Wait.
Yeah, we have those. We got to take those off the wall. But
oh, okay. Never mind.
That's why I didn't do it yet. Do you want to make some more?
Oh, I hate this so much.
So we have these little dividers. These are the acrylic dividers we bought for the Acro Mills drawers. They're very nice. They fit in tightly so they don't fall out. They don't wiggle or anything. But if you notice, they're blue.
Evan, is there a reason that we can't just leave the film on?
It doesn't fit.
Are you serious? That's horrible.
So on acrylic, the way they cut acrylic is they have film on each side so it doesn't splinter and stuff. But unfortunately, they're lazy in the manufacturing process. And they ship you the divider with the film on both sides. So if you notice now, after I get this one off, and it's usually easier to use the edge of a blade or something to get the corner up. Scratch the acrylic a little bit, whatever. Once you get the blue film off, you can see now it's clear. It's not blue anymore, and you got this blue film you got to throw away. It's the stupidest thing ever. And it's a pain because it probably takes 15 seconds per divider. And we have, I don't even know how many, a couple hundred plus dividers now. So it's terrible. Janelle says, working on 1,000 pounds of used at the moment.
Where does everybody get these insane amounts?
I know. We haven't really searched for much used. We have some I bought locally, probably 60 pounds, maybe 50 to 60 pounds total of Lego that we purchased. Purchased a couple lots. But where do you guys get your like 1,000 pounds of Lego and stuff? That's crazy. Cynthia says just push it down and it fits. Push harder. Is that flush at the bottom?
Almost. A stud couldn't fit, but a batarang probably could.
Well, as long as it fits in the wall.
Oh.
Because the problem with the dividers, at least what I thought, was if you don't put them in all the way, the drawer won't close.
No,
it does fit?
Fine.
Oh.
I thought you were worried about...
I don't think pieces are really going to fit, but okay. Then maybe we don't have to pull the glue.
God. Okay.
Janelle says Goodwill, looking for hits of Castle or Star Wars. Goodwill.
Yes, we can go to Goodwill.
Yeah. Is that online? I assume it's
No.
online.
Goodwill is...
No. They have Goodwill.
They do?
They have auctions and stuff online. I've never actually really looked through their auctions. I got the Goodwill app on my phone, started scrolling through some of it, hated the app. I think it's just a terrible app, like design and stuff. So I didn't do it, but I think there's a website. And I feel like
is it
the
worse
website
than
should
the
be better.
Craigslist app?
I've never had the Craigslist app.
It's the website.
Oh yeah, it's better than Craigslist is rough too.
Okay,
Yeah.
how does Craigslist make money?
I think they have listing fees.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure. I think that's how they make money.
Hmm.
Because they don't have any. I mean, no payment goes through them.
Yeah. And they don't have ads. Or I just had ad block for so long that I don't see them and don't know.
No,
You know what? Let's do this because it's almost my bedtime. I go to bed really early.
Yeah, Goodwill Online is what Cynthia says. Jared says I have totes and totes of sweet Lego from my local stores. Local Goodwill or local stores like that. Okay. Have you made all of the money back from your original investment? Do you make good money on BrickLink?
It's up to you if you want to talk about it. I will tell them how much money is currently in my bank account, so I don't care. I don't actually know. I think it's. I can check.
No, we haven't made all of our money back, and the problem with that is we keep putting the money in. So if I didn't keep putting the money in, or didn't keep putting additional money in, that's the key. Initial investment, the very first investment, which was a few grand at the beginning of 2020, yeah, we've easily made that back, and I've actually already paid myself back for that. The problem is I keep putting money in, so it's this cycle of, oh, I'm going to put in $1,000 in January
Evan,
or whatever.
Never go to Vegas.
I know, but it's like something like that where, so yes, I.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so in this account, I got $1.02, and then in this account, I got $80.63, and down here, I got $291.53.
Good job, Paul. Good job.
I'm swimming in money. There's no point in trying to commit fraud on that because it's really not worth your time.
Yeah.
What am I doing with this?
Scan it in. What do you mean? What are you doing with that?
I need. Oh, yes.
You have it. Or here. It's right here. Craigslist charges $5 for cars and motorcycles, and they charge car dealerships for listing. That's all they make? That's the money they make? That's crazy. Wow. Huh.
This one appears to have been a little screwed up in the factory.
Yeah. There's a few. We actually have a ton of these.
Okay.
I think it's one whole cabinet. So maybe that was one of the used ones or whatever.
Oh, you're still parting out.
Am I? Not really.
So.
Well, I got
Okay, then are you going to go back?
I'm trying to read chat. Jared says, I'm so in debt as far as my BrickLink store, but my real job pays well and my eBay store kills it. Z-Money Brick Film says, this man is rich. David says, I finally hashed out a weekly budget and I'm making much higher margins now. I've become more selective on what I invest in for BrickLink. Yeah, for me, most of the investment was actually not in parts. Usually the store easily pays for the parts. The investment was in Acro Mills drawers, things like that. Well,
drawers are our most expensive expense.
Yes, actually, drawers add up the most. It's terrible.
Well, we had done the math one time to figure out like our exact cost of operating and like the exact essentially cost per part, average across the entire thing, and it ended up being that we could actually like decrease our prices by like almost, what was it? It was a really high percentage.
Oh, if we didn't have the drawers.
If we hadn't spent the money on the drawers, I think it was we could decrease our prices by like 51% or something like that in order to make the same amount of profit that we're making now. And
The problem was the drawers.
so that just shows drawers are around 51% of our expense.
Yeah. I would help, but I'm not. Careful, because we had some of the same pieces on both sides.
Oh,
so like
okay.
this.
You know what? That's your job because I can't
can
see.
do that. I can do. I'm capable.
Hopefully, I
of that.
didn't already do anything.
What pieces did you do?
Not many. Only one drawer. Thanos' legs and a 1x2 dark blue or navy blue, whatever the color name is.
Those?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, David says yes, materials always cost the most, and then the fees, then rent for the space. Cynthia says, good evening, everyone. Have a good night. Thank you, Cynthia. Have a good evening. Thanks for tuning in. Kyle says other brands just don't cut it. Acromeals are worth it. The only ones the only ones we still have, actually, if they're way on the right. You can see them actually over there. They're the gray ones at the far end. We have 4 of those units. They have 60 drawers. Those are actual stack-on brand. And I got those years ago when I started BrickLink, but they don't make Stack-on went out of business or something. Oh no, thank you. Stack-on went out of business, so they don't actually make us keep going.
Are you done?
I think so, from what I can see.
Okay.
So
I gotta wake it up. It went to sleep.
They're out of business, so now we're doing Acromills. The Acromills are higher quality, in my opinion, than the Stack-on, and it's harder to pull the drawer out and it to accidentally pop out.
Wait, are you talking about the gray ones?
Yeah.
There's a much bigger problem with the gray ones.
Let me show you the big problem with the gray ones too. In fact, this is, in my opinion, the worst thing about the Stack-on brand drawers. So
it's so bad.
As you know, Acromills drawers, this is a stack of 7. You know, they stack. These Stack-on brands don't fit inside of each other. So this is how we have to stack them. They just kind of sit together.
And if you stack too many, they start angling.
Yeah, when you get more, they just tilt backwards, and they could probably make a full circle, actually. And
they also don't have divider slots.
And they don't have divider slots. So, yeah, there's another brand, and I can't remember what it is, but they're sold in the center of the U.S. and the East Coast, whatever that area is called. Okay. But it's dang, I wish I could remember the brand. Brick. Oh. Well, one, he changed his channel name. Tricker Brick, or who used to be Tricker Brick, I guess. His name is Jason, but he used to have a different brand. I think maybe they were Craftsman. He got them from Lowe's. They were cheaper than Acromills, I believe. And in the drawers, what are you looking for? Torsos?
No, legs. Oh, those are torsos.
You could actually put 2 dividers in, so you had 3 different sections, which is nice as well. And I think they were a little bit cheaper, but he thought the build quality was good. Pop's Block Shop also uses a different brand. He might use the Craftsman one too. Not entirely sure. But for us, Acromills works. It seems to be what most people use. At the moment, I don't think Acromills is going out of business, or will be discontinuing this drawer.
No, the BrickLink community all on its own.
Yeah, BrickLink. I mean, pretty much on their page, on the Acromills page, the website, or Amazon pictures and stuff, it is pictures of Lego in the bins. So like, it's not even there's no competition. I'm trying to consolidate some of these that we have doubles of. Z Money Brick Film says, "What's the best set you ever parted out?" I'm gonna need a more specific question because I don't know what you mean by best.
There's lots of different types of best.
Exactly.
There's, the coolest set that I wish I could be building instead of parting out. There's the most fun to part out, which correlates with speed of parting out. And then there's most favorite, because I enjoy watching Evan and Kyle suffer while parting out, while I also suffer. And for that, it would be the Friends
set. The Friends set was the worst set ever. I don't even know why.
Friends set, more like breaker of friendships.
Oh, that was the worst set.
I don't know why that took us, no joke, probably over 12 hours, maybe a bit more.
Yeah, it took us a good, I don't know why. We'd have to watch the video. I think we probably said in the video how long it took us, but we were here till like 1 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
No, we started at like 3, I think. So it probably took us 10 hours to actually part out and upload.
But it felt
we
like
have
so
12 or
much
16
longer.
copies of the Lego Friends set. Terrible. I don't know why that sucked so much. It was cool. I mean, there's
And the
a
thing
good
is,
video.
we
but
had
like,
done set when we got the classics, which was probably at least double the pieces.
oh, that was no problem. That
was done in
was-
literally 3 hours, something like that. It was so fast.
Well, we did the one that was
excluding consolidation.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The Friends set was terrible. For whatever reason.
And those minifigs. We've sold a decent amount of them now. There was a while though where
the Friends minifigs, yeah.
Even though I can still see some of them right there.
Yeah, there's still some, but for actually probably a couple months, the Friends minifigs from the Friends sets just were there. They didn't move, and probably because so many people were buying that set because it parted out for 3 times just at retail price. But like they're starting to move finally. Oh, Pops uses a store brand from Menards. I think you're correct. I think you're right. Menards, and they have the dividers. Pops has the model listed in his vlogs when he picks orders. Alex says, I have a 3D resin printer, and I've been printing out some dividers for Acro Mills. Can keep 8 lots in one small drawer. Yeah, that's something one of our viewer, Rain,
are these
done as well.
There for a reason?
I don't have a drawer for. Here, I'll give you a drawer. I'll give you a. Yeah, Rain does that as well, and it's a great idea.
This is not the piece that I am supposed to be holding.
Nope, it's not. You better not mess this up.
I don't think I have.
Good.
But usually I mess up when I'm confident I haven't, and I've done everything correctly when I'm pretty confident I've messed up. So.
Yeah. Kyle says also some of the ones that are tiny don't seem worth it. Bigger is better. Okay. The skinny drawers seem to be good size on the Acro Mills. I love the wide ones. I like the Acro Mills because they're square drawers. So they stack, but they're like square and friendly. I don't know.
They're not the stack.
I'm afraid of circles. I don't know. Blake says, where are you guys located? Washington. No, Blake, we're in Southern California. But we are West Coast. So Jared says, David over at BBB Brick Store has the best storage setup as far as cost and usability. What does David use? Does he use the those? What are those called? They're like little clamshell cases that have a ton of slots in them. You can put them in, and then you can fold them in, and you can put them on a shelf. That is how Brick Junkies does it, and it's very cost effective, and it saves a ton of space. Takes a little bit longer to pick orders, but it takes it's much more cost effective. Jared says, oh, okay, the Sterlite drawers. So I assume you're talking about like the bins and stuff. A lot of people also, when they're starting out, they'll take, get 10 of these bins, and then they have Ziploc bags, and they'll put like 15 Ziploc bags or however many inside of the bin, and then they say like, oh, it's in bin 1 and then bag 12 or whatever it might be. And that's how they do their remarks. I know that's a very cost-effective way to do it. When people ask like what do we recommend for a very cost-effective way to start sorting pieces, that's pretty much the answer. Is get some bins, get 10 bins. They cost less than $10. Get 1 packet or 2 packs of Ziploc bags, and you have yourself, easily the ability to hold probably 500 lots, and you just buy more bins when you need to. The downside of that is just the speed in which you're able to pick orders and stuff, which over time, if you have a huge store, you're going to want to shift to something that's quicker, which usually drawers are the direction to go because you can pull them out. Well, actually, something great is you can pull them out of the wall, and then you can just pick, say there's 2 pieces that you need. You pick the 2 pieces, you put the drawer right back, or you can pull it out and pull it all the way off the wall, stuff like that. So you have options with drawers. Ryan said, hey, back in November, I was trying to figure out how to navigate BrickLink and came across your series. I opened my store in December. It's been going really well. I've had almost 300 orders. 300 orders in December and January. That is incredible, Ryan. That is fantastic. I'm glad that the Navigating BrickLink series has been helpful to people.
Is that something that we should go back and update at some point? Because some of those earliest ones were a long time ago.
Maybe, yeah. That was something I just did just because I felt like I kind of knew my way around BrickLink. And I want to do it for Brick Owl, but I don't know my way around Brick Owl at all. So I'd have to go research all that before I can make a brick owl
You should
one. But
also do a brick freedom.
yeah, I need to play around brick freedom too.
We should probably just make video. See, brick stock is like really in depth though. I was gonna say do a brick stock thing, but like I feel like that would be like a 50. That would be like a 50 episode thing.
Jared says grab several dot sets, also using the trays for storage. David says, I feel like multi-order picking doesn't save that much time, and I feel like it would be way easier to mess up with which piece is going which order.
Yeah.
I agree with the mess up for sure. I think if you're picking 15 orders, it would be much quicker though. Well, I guess it depends on the layout. Much more quickly.
Yes.
I think it depends on the layout of your store. If your store is, small and it's in one space and you can kind of stand in the same spot and pick and pick and pick and pick and you can be done at the table right in front of you, I would say it probably takes about the same amount of time that it would to pick multiple orders as it would to pick whatever orders. That's what you're on now.
Alternates.
We have the bottom one. Okay. So delete that top one and then add the bottom one. Or but if you have a large store that's spread out and you have to physically walk down maybe aisles or whatever, I think multi-order picking is worth it because you're actually picking all the orders at once. But absolutely, I would. My worry with that is just, what if I put this piece in the wrong drawer or the wrong package for this person or something? Janelle says, yes, I use it in 200,000 parts slower, but it saves time, or slower, but saves space and cost effective till I have room for acro mills. Absolutely. 800,000 parts. Wow. That's crazy.
Who has 800,000 parts?
BBB bricks or BBBs. I don't know, BBB something. Concourse says baggies are cheaper, faster, easier dividers, and you can get numerous lots per drawer. That's true. That's true. There's definitely pros and cons to both, I think. At this point, obviously, we're not going to go switch to. We've already invested like over.
That sounds like a sunk cost fallacy, Evan. It's called a fallacy for a reason.
Yeah.
It's always better to do the cheaper thing. Okay, I think I've checked all these.
Okay. All right, see you, Z Money Brick Films. Have a good evening. DNA or David says, nah, you can do it. So far, my parts wall is only 10 feet long, so not much walking time is saved yet. Nikolai says, I started 5 months ago and still use boxes with 20 to 50 or 25 to 50 bags in each. Really cheap to start up, but takes way too long to search for the right part. Right. Do you keep it in order from like bag 1 to 50, or do you just kind of pour it in there? Because that could be the problem, I think. Or it could be a problem. Go for it.
Your turn.
Stickers.
Your turn.
Oh, I get to do this?
Yeah, you get to do this.
Okay. Fidel says, try looking in Amazon for Trooper Org 64. They're the drawer unit I use, and it costs around $25 US, so I don't know if they're sold in the US. All right, good chat.
Okay, yeah. Just Rick says, I like my new parts in drawers, but used parts in bins. It's simpler for me. Yeah, something that I have noticed is a lot of people seem to split their new and used. And I don't just mean by lot. Obviously, you shouldn't put two of the same thing in a drawer, but there doesn't really seem to be a reason to have your used and new in a separate category if you're using a barcode or number-based system. Because ideally, if you have a bunch of drawers, your parts shouldn't be cross-contaminating. So if they are, you probably have a bit of a bigger problem. So we're not going to have a separate area for used. We're just going to put them on the wall because the parts shouldn't be touching. So just something I've noticed is that a lot of people do seem to separate, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But who knows? Maybe there's a good reason. Toby Dudenhofer says, I started out using plastic cups stacked inside each other, organized by a grid pattern on a table, super cheap, and it worked until about 22K parts. Getting just starting out, you probably want to go with whatever's cheapest. And then as you start to build up your income and are able to buy more stuff, you want to invest in a more organized thing. Okay, yeah, DNA bricks. That's what I meant. I didn't mean having two of the same lot, one used and one new in the same drawer. I just meant.
Oh, that'd be bad.
I just meant on the wall. Okay. Steve W says my used is sorted totally different to new. I have separate drawers per lot for new. For used, I have the same lot, just different colors mixed, and split it when drawer is full to shades, etc. Okay, yeah, that I can see. The thing is, I wouldn't necessarily want to do that because I feel like it's going to be a lot slower to pick an order because I got to dig through this massive bin of.
Did you say all the same color in there?
No, all same lot. Same element type, different colors. Just Brick says, I do have a couple random drawers mixed in that have used parts. It's just cleaner to me to separate them. Also, since I have used stored in bins, I can take a bin to work on adding more parts. Oh, I can take a bin to work on adding more parts. Yeah, I guess I could see that. Honestly, it's up for you. If you don't want to cross-contaminate, then, it's obviously up to you. SQRA Rabbit 1 says, you ever need to separate new window inserts or clear plastic pieces that were scratched out of the bag? Rarely.
Yeah, there have been a couple where they just come scratched. I just listed it either as new and say scratched, or we have like this bin that's like eventually a donate pile.
Yeah. Now, speaking of getting scratched new parts, when we got the duffel bags, which was like a bunch of bulk stuff from Legoland, there were some pieces in there that were absolutely unacceptable. Someone in our Discord, Doug, I think it was, called their customer service.
He got Mega Blocks.
He got Mega Blocks in his Lego bin that came from Lego.
Yeah.
Which is rather impressive. Does Walmart ever mess up our Lego orders? I ordered 2 Sith art sets for personal use, and they sent me 2 Iron Man art sets.
I don't think so. I haven't ordered like a ton from Walmart. Usually if we do Walmart, it's better deals are in store. But the stuff I have ordered has come fine. So
our mail habits seem to suggest the opposite. You remember that time when they actually had really good deals online and there were so many Walmart boxes that showed up?
Well, that's because they come in. You can only order 2 of the same set at Walmart. So you order 2, and then you make another order of 2 and another order of 2. So it gives you want 10, and then you get 5 boxes. Yeah. But yeah. But no, they haven't been messed up, to my knowledge.
Doug bought Lego and got a case of Rotini and a pack of hair clips. Jared says Kohl's messes up my order in my favor all the time. Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah. DNA Bricks said, "Oh, that's a different conversation."
I know you have to filter through the conversations they're having.
I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be talking to me, but my brain is just like, that's not something. Okay. Steve W said, maybe if I read it out loud, it'll make sense. Steve W says, thing with used is the space required is 2 times or 3 times than that of used. More lots, less quantity. You will find that selling used will dramatically increase your lot count. Okay. Yes. That. I think you meant to say new in the first sentence. Yeah. Yes.
The thing for us, I think maybe initially we will, but instead of, we can put a divider in here and you technically have 2 spaces. I think we'll probably mix more. We'll put 8 lots per drawer or something. Because that would be the problem with used is like, if you can only get 2 lots per drawer and you're only willing to put 2 lots in a drawer, then you're out of luck when it comes to, you'd be buying so many more drawers. But yeah, it definitely takes up more space. But that's why we're excited for the lot count to go up. That's what we're looking forward to with used.
Do not chew on ice after getting your wisdom teeth pulled. Just let everybody know that. My stitches are so loose. I hate it.
Just keep chewing on ice. I'll come out.
Well, the whole gum might come out. Used is better in almost every way except for quantity and time spent processing. Yeah, I can see that. That was from DNA Bricks. Steve W. says you can mix the contrast colors like black and white, red and yellow, etc. Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. Instead of doing that was you. Instead of doing a ton of red elements together, that'd be terrible.
Janelle says black scratches in vintage and rubber could degrade all over parts. So if getting used vintage, there can be some issues for parting out, causing partial used in a new set. Yeah.
Okay, wait. Oh, it's at the very bottom. Never mind. Okay. I was going to say, this element's not here.
Yeah, and then Jordan's Blockstop says the stitches don't really make a difference. Yeah, if they're this loose, I feel like the skin has already healed. But it's just annoying. I wish they would just fall out already.
Well, how many days has it been?
Like 2. 3, maybe?
Yeah, it's been like 3.
Wednesday. It's Friday now. Saturday. Okay. And then I gotta go get when they were taking these out, they found another tooth that didn't show up on the scan. So I gotta go back to the same side and get that one pulled out.
That'll actually be worse than this.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Because you already have had when did they do that?
Oh, not for a long time. The tooth hasn't formed enough. That's why they didn't take it out last time. But I have to have this whole other side done at the end of this month.
Your other wisdom teeth?
Yeah.
Why didn't they do them all at once?
Because I said I wanted to be able to chew with at least half my mouth. Just Brick says I got some sealed sets from a set from like 99 or 2000, and the wheels were all greasy feeling due to the rubber degrading.
In a sealed box? That's interesting.
Well, I don't think the rubber degrading has anything to do with air. I think it's just time thing. Janelle agrees that the wheels ruin entire bags from the 90s.
Oh, dang. That sucks.
Do they package wheels separately now? No, they don't.
No. I don't think Lego really intends for you to hang on to your box for 20 years.
DNA Bricks asks, should I care more about the fans number on BrickLink? I've only used the mailing list function twice. What else does being a fan mean? I would say that it's important, but it's not your primary stat.
No, not at all.
But you should be using the mail. Whenever you add a decent amount of parts, you should send out something on the mailing list. We definitely notice an uptick in sales after doing it. So I definitely recommend that you do use that. Jared says, we'll finally break 2,000 lots tomorrow or tonight. Congratulations, Jared. Or is that Gerard? I think that's Gerard.
I didn't notice that was an A.
Yeah, I think that's Gerard. Sorry if I've been mispronouncing your name. Steve W. says, I send the notifications weekly rather than spamming every time I upload. Yeah, I don't think we do it every time. I've never personally sent it out. It's usually Evan.
Yeah, I just do it once we have like a good amount of lots. If we like tonight, if we were to only upload these, I'm not going to send it out tonight. I don't think it makes sense. But if I,
Do all the
this
classics and
plus
stuff,
more
yeah.
later, and then we have a couple hundred new lots in our store, then I'll do it. I don't do it. I would never. That'd be. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that.
Oh, okay. It's Jared. Just a weird spelling.
Oh, cool.
I remember getting my wisdom teeth out like 11 years ago. I woke up part way and remember the doctor saying you needed to find a place to play golf because there was something happening. I didn't go under. They just gave me Novocaine and that was that. It was fine. I thought I was going to go under, but none of them ever told me anything. So I just showed up and they just did Novocaine. But the two doctors were talking about astrology, and when they finally pulled out my tooth, I told Evan the story. So they pulled out my tooth, right? And the doctor, she looks at it and she goes, "Oh my God, it's so cute!" And then like her and the nurse are like obsessing over this tooth and talking about how cute it is because I guess it was a lot smaller than normal. They're like, "It looks like a baby tooth." And they were going on and I was sitting there bleeding. And they just kept going on and I'm going, ugh, ugh. And they're like, "Oh, sorry, 1 second." And then they like put it down and talk some more, and then they come over and stitch me up. But honestly, like the most it hurt was that day, the day I had it out, right when the Novocaine started wearing off, before I took Advil, and it hurt quite a bit. But honestly, since then it's been fine. That night I had some steak mixed into mashed potatoes, which I wasn't supposed to do. But honestly, it was totally fine. So
yeah, for me, I just had Novocaine. I got all 4 out at once, but I didn't go under either. The hardest thing I remember was opening my mouth. Was not the actual I don't think chewing or anything. It was just to trying to get, especially when you had both sides, trying to open your mouth to chew or get.
When I woke up the day after in the morning, it was like a good 15 minutes where my mouth it felt like lockjaw. It was just stuck because I sleep with my mouth very closed. I'm not really a mouth breather some people breathe through their mouth when they sleep. But yeah, it was just locked up. I missed a lot of chat.
Yeah, you're just talking.
I like to tell stories. Janelle asks, ever considered relisting entire inventory for a notification? No. No, we haven't. Got 10 orders, a 300% increase. I don't know if we would want to do that because that feels kind of like a spammy business tactic, in my opinion. Yeah. I mean, obviously do whatever you want.
I think that we have a good, I think partially because of the YouTube, but I think we have a pretty loyal customer base.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to do something that would
Yeah,
I would never repeatedly do it.
Yeah.
Maybe once. To me, it's not even worth that work, to be honest.
Selling those, we have the advantage of the YouTube channel. A lot of people that buy from us do watch us on YouTube. And so that kind of makes us more personable, I guess. We're not just a company, we're a people. And so
we're a people.
Yeah, we're a people. The people of Just a Brick in the Bucket. Jab at the bee. I said that the other day. So yeah, that helps. Kyle says he's going to sleep. Good night, Kyle. DNA Bricks says every work day I try to add 150 lots in the morning and another 75 to 100 in the afternoon.
Nice.
And we'll notify after the 150.
That's pretty good.
Steve W says sorting the mold variants of 1x1 clips is like getting a tooth pulled. Yeah. BBB said he uses Sterilite drawers. Just Brick says I had no problems with it after the first night that weekend I was eating Snickers. Yeah. My parents are in town right now, so my mom was all like, "You can't be eating this, you can't be eating that, nothing but pudding." And then the second I went in, she's not staying in the house. There's a separate room that has its own entrance and stuff. And so the second I would leave her apartment and just go right into the house, I would just eat whatever. We got pizza,
Yeah.
and I just ate the pizza, and now I just had Wingstop. So
You're fine.
yeah, I'm fine. I really should have like acted like I was suffering a lot more and like gotten some breakfast in bed and stuff. But
Make you pancakes or something.
yeah.
So where did these pieces
I think
go?
Kaylee was gonna make me mashed potatoes or something.
So what happened to these?
Maybe they already went on the wall.
But
Oh,
they're
they were the alternates.
right. But didn't you only delete one and you kept the other?
Yeah.
So,
Did I delete the wrong one?
Well, it shouldn't matter. You kept one and didn't delete the other. Right?
Okay. Are they not on this list?
No, not at all. That's why I'm confused.
I guess we can just add them manually.
Yeah. Okay, I guess just upload. I mean, and we'll put them in later or double check them later. We just added.
78.
I don't. I did.
It was
$78 worth of something. I think.
You know, someone's gonna go through all our videos in order to try and figure out what the. I feel like that's something I would have done when I was a little kid. Like, I don't know, trying to like figure out what somebody's store is worth, and then completely overlooking the fact that they do work not on screen.
All right, so we are now up to, let's see. So right now I have 107 lots in the inventory that I can notify people about. I probably won't do that yet. I'll probably, like after tomorrow, we'll part out a few more things, and then we'll get some stuff done. Or then that's when I'll send out that notification. So right now we're at 3,054 lots. So in the past 2 or 3 days now, I think we've added almost 300 lots. Yeah, something like almost 400 lots actually, because we had that big sale at the beginning of January, the first day, which kind of destroyed our inventory. But we're back over 3,000. It's good. Yeah, we made a lot of money, but we're back over 3,000 now.
That 98.81%.
I know. We really want to be like
100%.
Well, we're never gonna be 100% now, but we really want to be like 8,000 lots. Like 8,000 lots is like the goal. Think we could do that in this year?
8,000.
Obviously, it's not.
Yeah, it depends whether or not we actually do what we say we're going to do, though.
Right. That's
because we're always like, we're going to be in here as a full-time job every day.
Right.
And then the next day, it's like we're pouring countertop.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it for the night, pretty much.
All right. Good night. Just
David, yeah, says you can easily do 8K in a year. So with used, then I think. Oh, Jared says I want 10K. Okay, I think we can do it for sure. We just have to actually dedicate the time and stuff. And oh, okay. David West says I'm near 8K and only started in July of 2020. Okay, then yeah, that's definitely possible. I wasn't honestly. I had no clue what the likelihood of those numbers getting high are. But that's fantastic. 650 orders this year. Nice. I think that's what we got last year. I think about 650. I think is what it was. This year, I would love 1,200 orders. I think that's possible.
Well, I think this is going to be a pretty big growth year. I mean, last
100%.
year was a huge growth year.
Right.
We
Thank you for the super chat, Scrabbits1. I'm going to say squirrel and rabbit is what that makes me think of. Squirrel and rabbit. Scrabbit1.
Thank you.
Says good luck with the store. Thank you so much. We're going to definitely do a lot this year, I think, for sure.
Yeah.
Is the goal. So
how many parts are we at?
We're a little over 140, I believe. We had some sales today. 142,810
So
items.
We started with 9,000. I'm trying to figure out how many times we grew our store in 2021.
I don't know, but we sold 105,000 pieces last year.
Okay, so
and then we ended at about 140. So
like 20 times growth. Right, 10 times would be up to 100,000.
More than that, because hold on.
Right, because we went up to 100,000 and then did it again, essentially.
Yeah, and we're I would say 25 times growth at least in terms of piece count, though.
Yeah, obviously not a lot, but
not a lot count.
No, but that's still pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, Steve. Thank you. See you next one.
Once again, thank you for the super chat.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Just Brick says I'm probably undershooting. I have to look at my total orders from last year and extrapolate. Yeah, so for us, if we did 1,200 this year, that'll be less than double, I guess, last year. I did say I want to double all the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we could go for like 1,400 orders. David says I'm gunning for 2,000 orders this year. Way above pace so far. That's fantastic. I'm ready to get into used.
Yeah, so am I.
I'm really ready. Jared says looking to match my eBay store for combined 20 orders a day. Nice.
Oh, the whole back row is filled too. Oh, we have so many sets.
Yeah, we have a lot to do. So I'm thinking it's going to be better. So all right, I think that's pretty much going to be it now. I'm a little tired.
Same.
I was up this morning early. I was up last night really early, or yesterday really early. Yesterday really early.
What were you up today for?
Because I went to bed so early. Because yesterday I got up at 5:30 to be on the stream. One more question for the evening from Michael says, where is the furthest you have sent a package and where is the closest? Closest is about, I could have driven it to them for about a 10 to 15 minute drive. The city next door. And the furthest I think has been Australia that it's gone. That is the furthest away. All right, thank you guys. Have a good rest of your weekend, good evening, good morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. Yeah, we upload
join Discord, join YouTube.
Join YouTube.
Yeah,
you mean to subscribe?
Yeah, subscribe to YouTube.
Yeah. All right, thanks guys. Have a good evening. Night.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That was